Issue 12. After a text blurb misspells wacky somehow, it says that we're deep in the world of the Hidden Zone, where some Mobians are seeing a shooting star. A meteorite crashes to the ground in this strange place, and a dazed Sonic is in it. Why is he just calling him super cool right away when he hasn't done anything to earn it? And he doesn't know who Sonic is somehow, instead of saying he's a freak or something for having blue fur. Kind of a Gary Stu moment. Like seriously, if in this comic hedgehogs aren't naturally blue, you'd think Strangers Stand would comment on it, instead of just assuming he's cool right away. Sonic wakes up to an owl and says that the last thing he remembers was fighting Eggman on his new Sky Fortress. He's told that the Hidden Zone is a convenient safe haven protected by a cloaking device. Okay then, automatically a million times better than Knothole then. But still, Eggman should have found this place by sending robots or flying cameras towards it, invisible or not, unless it's also surrounded by a force field, but then that force field would be detected and Eggman would trace around it and know where it is. So yeah, the Hidden Zone still makes no sense. It looked like it would at first because it's called a zone, so it could be its own pocket dimension, but it's not. I'm still left wondering how Eggman hasn't found it, cloaking device or not. But at least they're trying. The leader naturally asks Sonic how the hell he got here. Somehow I'm expected to believe that while Sonic remembered fighting Eggman on a Sky Fortress and knew who Eggman was, he forgot who he was. From a bump on the head, rather than Eggman sending a nanobot into him or casting a spell with an emerald. Again, unrealistic, but whatever. After that intriguing but pointless plot point, Eggman brags that Sonic's led him right to the Hidden Zone that he's wanted to plunder for years. How does he know he's in the Hidden Zone specifically? What, did he put a tracking device on him? If it's hidden, how would he even begin to know where it is? After Sonic shows he's still arrogant even while not knowing who he is, Badniks drop from the sky. For some reason, Sonic doesn't remember he can destroy robots with his spin attack until after he's reminded of his name, when what you're capable of is not tied to the memory that you'd lose upon getting amnesia. You keep the same skills without knowing why you got them. Also, him getting all his memory back just from learning his name, I don't know whether to find that better or worse than getting it back from another hit in the head. Sure, the name Sonic proves right away that he's super fast, but it shouldn't remind him of literally everything. At least give it 24 hours. That was solved insultingly easily. At least when Penders did the amnesia plot, it was for 2 issues. And a walrus that's again way too small looking to be anthropomorphic enough complains about having oil for tea every day. What? He would have died! That was a stupid line. Were they forced to drink it? No, they were safe in the Hidden Zone. The leader explains that they can't stay in the Hidden Zone anymore because its concept was completely wasted, and Sonic predictably says that they'll all go to Emerald Hill Zone. This issue was by Mark Millar, and what a wasted opportunity. 2, in fact. 1, I expected the plot point of the main character getting amnesia to be taken much more seriously than this, being a very important thing that lasts longer than 3 minutes. So we get a complete and utter humiliation for the issue from some perspective, because Penders did a plot point in it a lot better. When he did it, it was a story arc, even if just for 1 issue, and it was taken advantage of by Robotnik lying to Sonic that he was his minion and turning him against his friends. Granted, I hated that story arc because it was depressing seeing him getting himself in trouble and his friends just assuming that he's their enemy way too quickly with no evidence. But at least the amnesia was used properly. Here it was only used to make Sonic take 1 page before defeating the Badniks that he should have remembered how to defeat regardless, just because he was reminded of his name. Granted, with Penders another head injury would logically only cause further damage, but it's better than him learning his name and immediately getting all of his memories back. What a waste. And it would have been alright for 1 issue if the story was allowed to last for a decent amount of pages instead of being forced to share comic space with stories about other franchises that I'm sure kids buying the comic for Sonic didn't care about. Instead, it was just a really short story of wasted potential. And speaking of that, the Hidden Zone made me immediately think of Knothole, and it at least tried to justify being hidden with the cloaking device, even if that shouldn't prevent Eggman's forces from stumbling into the place eventually. And I felt like Sonic needed this place since Eggman took over the world, and so he would have lost Kintabor's lab to his old base. But no, the Hidden Zone gets robots finding it ridiculously easily, not because that was inevitable, but because Sonic led Eggman there, and Eggman instantly knew where there was. Plus, I thought by zone it was like a pocket dimension, which would have been great for justifying it being hidden. This place could have been like a better knothole, but no. Instead, we have to have Sonic's main home, the Emerald Hill Zone, because that's a video game location. So ultimately, this issue just annoyed me from all the wasted potential. Plus, the plot is so basic without those two concepts. It's literally just Sonic smashes invading robots. IDW has that for every single issue.